Buchanan! Buchanan! Buchanan!
What is it?
Somebody's got to keep an ear on that buzzer.
I didn't hear it. Can't be in every place at once.
Well, you hear it now, don't you? It's that girl again. Go up and talk to her.
What'll I tell her this time, Mr. Allison?
Oh, stall her a couple of days more and, tell her maybe Thursday.
Yeah. I'll explain that we're going to steal the original Augustus from her, but that we haven't finished the phony copy yet.
Oh, you can handle her.
You listen to me, there's only one way to handle her. But you got chicken blood.
I've told you a dozen times I won't have it, Buchanan. I'm no butcher.
When a sucker starts asking questions, get rid of him. That's my motto. I listened to a guy like you once before, and it cost me 5 years of fresh air. That's a lot of fresh air, Mr. Allison.
Dion Parrish. Hey, Allison. Allison, it's me. The cards just came from the printer, an even 100.
Yeah?
Invitations to the auction. He's got them dated for Friday. Is that okay?
Yeah, I'll make it. Tell Buchanan.
Boy, what Cleopatra could have done with 2 of those. Well, Buchanan, tell her it's okay for Friday.
Friday? And she's here now. Yes, I'll tell her. Yes, Mr. Allison. Thank you. Well, that's good news, isn't it? I told you Mr. Allison wouldn't let you down. Now, do you feel better?
I'm sorry to have made a nuisance of myself.
Not at all. It's that way with a lot of people who commission us to sell things for them. We're quite used to it, Miss Parrish.
Well, it's just that I've waited so long.
Only a few weeks.
Well, it seems a long time when you need money so desperately. I wouldn't be selling the statue otherwise.
That brings up a rather delicate point, Miss Parrish. It's our custom not to let an owner be present at an auction. We've found from past experience that when the owner is under such an emotional strain, he's apt to, well, you know, sentiment has no place in business.
Well, of course, just as you say.
I'm sure it'll be better that way. Good day, Miss Parrish.
Goodbye, Mr. Buchanan.
Now, don't you worry. Good morning, Inspector.
Good morning.
Where do you want the whistler, Mr. Allison? Inspector Faraday.
Leave it on the platform. Yeah. Good morning, Inspector. I didn't expect the department to send their best man down here.
Mm-hmm. I bet you say that to all the cops.
Well, make yourself at home.
Well, Inspector Faraday.
Hi, Blackie. Not that I'm surprised, but what are you doing here?
Oh, show him our invitation.
Yeah, oh, invitation.
I beg your pardon, Inspector Faraday, Mr. Manletter, and Mr. Matthews, old friends of mine.
Yeah. Blackie is my guest.
Mm-hmm.
Not that I'm surprised, Faraday, but what are you doing here?
Show him our invitation, Matthews. Show him our invitation.
Oh, still a sergeant, Matthews, huh? That isn't your usual brand, is it, Faraday?
You know, Blackie, it's a funny thing, but a man who's been trailed all his life
By the police, soon becomes somewhat of a detective himself, yeah. That's what you were going to say, wasn't it?
You're a magician, Blackie. You took my words right out of your hat.
Now, look here, Inspector, you can absolutely trust him. I just brought him along to help me bid on Augustus.
I wouldn't trust him as far as I could blow that statue.
Well, those cheap cigars are ruining your wind. Why don't you try one of these, Faraday? See you later. Come on, Otto. Oh, no.
Hey, Blackie!
Nice.
Blackie! I've been looking all over for you. I gotta talk to you.
Are you in trouble again?
No, but you are. Mona's in town, and I can't get her out of the apartment.
Mona?
Yes, Mona, that nice little dancer, remember?
Uh-oh.
Yes, but she's sitting this one out, and she's moving in on you.
What?
She says she's your wife, and she can prove it.
Why, you're old. Why didn't you tell me?
Now, why don't you get her out of the apartment? If you're not smart enough to talk her out, you're strong enough.
Now, wait a minute. You wouldn't rather have me go 10 rounds with Joe Louis, would you? Blindfolded and maybe with my hands tied in the back?
Get her out.
Okay.
Augustus Caesar posed for the great Roman sculptor Flavius, shortly after he had succeeded in breaking up Mark Antony's romance with the luscious Cleopatra. The great emperor was in the full bloom of his first triumph when this statue of him was molded by the delicate fingers of the greatest of all antiquity's marble workers. For nearly 2,000 years it was buried beneath the ruins of the Colosseum, and it remained there for the father of its present owner to excavate it from its grave. No one can determine the value of this masterpiece with any accuracy. But let me tell you that a policy has been issued to its owner, insuring it against loss for $30,000.
That Parrish girl, she just came in.
I'll take care of her.
Without any further ado, ladies and gentlemen, may I hear your first bid?
1,500.
1,500?
2,000.
2,000, why that would hardly pay the premium on the insurance.
3,500.
3,500.
5,000.
5,000?
5,500.
5,500, do I hear 8? Do I hear 7?
7,000.
7,000, why you haven't even started a bid yet, ladies and gentlemen.
8,000.
8,000.
Go as high as 10. Go as high as 10,000.
10,000.
Just a minute. There's something wrong here. That isn't my statue. I don't understand.
Just a minute, Blackie.
Don't stop me. I know who fired that shot.
So do I.
Somebody call an ambulance. This girl is hurt.
See what that is.
Now, just a minute, Inspector. If you're trying to blame Blackie...
Get off of me!
Well, I'm trying to get up. Hey, I didn't...
Matthews!
Be careful now, she's hurt.
Take her right over here.
You
Listen,
just had to come today, didn't you?
I tell you, Blackie had nothing to do... Oh. Inspector, look at this. The girl's badly...
It's only a flesh wound, but get her to a hospital.
I've already called the ambulance.
Just grazed her neck. I want to get that bullet.
Oh, Inspector, these are yours if you... I suppose he's too
Take it downstairs. Now, take it easy,
Be
boy.
careful and handle it
Don't
gently.
worry about it.
I'm not worried about it, but the girl's wounded.
Yeah?
Now, look out. Keep her head up.
You lock this door?
Why, no.
You got a key to it?
Allison has the key.
Funny going on here. Get a little beef here. Well, fancy finding you here.
You win again, Chief.
Don't bother with those. They wouldn't hold them anyway. Uh-oh. Won't have any trouble finding this bullet.
You ought to be a detective, Inspector.
Send to the coroner.
Yes, sir.
You know, Blackie, sarcasm isn't new to you, but I thought killing was out of your line. Bad judgment, eh?
Oh, no, just bad aim, Inspector.
That's what I mean. You shoot at a girl and kill a man sitting behind her.
I don't suppose it would do any good to tell you that I actually chased the man who killed Allison.
Blackie.
I followed him in here and he knocked me out.
Too much plot. Dime novel stuff.
Do you think I'd choose 100 witnesses for a nice, quiet little killing?
A fellow who respects his own cleverness might do just that.
Oh, I see. And I suppose I returned to this room just to be here when you came in.
No, you returned to this room to recover your bullet from Allison's body, but I beat you to it, Blackie. That bullet's going to convict you because I think it'll fit your gun like a hot dog fits a Coney Island roll.
You know, that's rather good. I like that.
You're not going to talk your way out, Blackie. I've waited a long time for this minute. I'm going to book you myself for murder. You mind?
All right, Faraday.
Sergeant picked up Doc Crane. They're on the way.
Wait here.
Yes, sir. Hello, Doc.
Hiya, Matthew.
Right in here.
The bullet went smack through his ticker. He never got out of the chair.
Which chair?
Oh, the one on the platform.
Well, there's only one chair on the platform.
Yeah?
Is this the room you're talking about?
Yeah, this is the room, and that's the chair right there.
But where is the dead man?
In the chair, I said, right in the...
Look, Matthews, if you got us out here to play a joke...
But, Doc, I tell you, there was a body in that chair.
Listen, my boy, if you insist on wearing long trousers, you better begin acting like an adult.
Am I going crazy? Allison was in that chair, just as big and alive.
Huh? Did you say alive?
Yes, he was alive. No, he was dead.
Say, Matthews, it must be those big cigars. Now, listen, we'll go. If the dead man returns and takes his seat, just you call us and we'll be right over.
You don't even have to wait. Just leave a note for him and have him call us.
Put it right here. Hey, buddy, give us a hand, will you? Oh.
All right. Lift it. All right. A little higher. All right. Watch your fingers. Get it up there.
Oh.
Thanks a lot, bud. Get easy here.
$200 for that hollow hunk of plaster. Not bad, huh?
What are you talking about?
$200. It'll buy more flowers for Allison than he smelled in his whole life.
You've sold it?
No, not me. The auctioneer did. Some playboy sucker in the audience bought it for a gag. They're taking it downstairs now.
If you're so sentimental, you should have bought a wreath and hung it on that statue.
Why?
Because Allison's body's inside of it.
Inside of it? You put it in there?
You catch on quick. The coppers think Boston Blackie fired the shot. I wasn't taking any chances on their finding my bullet in the body.
Well, then what are you worried about? That gives us all the time in the world to get the original out of the vault.
We'll get nothing out of the vault.
Now, wait a minute, Buchanan. None of that. I'm in on this deal to the finish. Don't forget it.
I said we'd get nothing out of the vault because the combination is in Allison's pocket. Get it?
What?
Boston Blackie arrested. Held for murder of art dealer. Inspector Faraday unable to find victim's body. When a 200-pound copper loses a tug-of-war with a dead man, it's time to quit.
Oh, but Inspector, I never left the spot for a minute.
Spot is the word, and I'm the man that's on it. We capture a murderer, and now we can't prove he murdered anybody. We've got to find that body.
Did you get one? Can I go now, Inspector? No corpus delicti, no murder charge.
Not this time, Blackie. Remember, I practically saw you fire that shot with my own eyes. No technicality is going to get you out of this murder rap.
You've heard of habeas corpus, haven't you, Faraday?
Get a stack of them that high, and I'll still hold you if it's only for toting a gun without a permit. Because I saw the body.
I'd like to find that body before somebody changes a bullet that's in it.
Now, maybe I'm just a dumb cop, but I'm not going to ask you any dumb questions.
Oh, like how I made the body disappear? Blackie's magic. I said abraca Faraday, abraca Matthews, snapped my fingers like that, and presto, the body vanished.
You're very cute, Blackie, very cute.
Maybe this will cool you off, Inspector. Try a tutti frutti. I'll take vanilla. Thanks.
Say, you wouldn't mind watching this for me a minute, would you? I don't trust these guys.
No, go ahead. Well, you boys are very dainty. How do you eat these things without getting it all over your hands?
Very simple. Put this right in the folder. There you are.
Now, that's mighty clever. Mind if I wash my hands?
Oh, go ahead. Don't try to escape down the drain pipe. It comes out in the inspector's office. Pretty good, huh?
Oh, swell.
How about another one?
all the racket?
Inspector, look.
Guess who did it? You dumb oxes.
Hey, buddy, what's your hurry? Come on over here. What'll you have, Mike?
Tutti Frutti.
2 Tutti Frutti.
Sure.
There you are. On the house.
Thanks.
That's all right, boss. Have mine. It's Tutti Frutti.
Tutti Frutti. That's Boston Blackie. Get after him, you Tutti Fruttis.
Taxi! 233 Ashley Place.
Did you say Ashley Place?
Yeah.
Why, that's 15 miles. What are you going to do with the horse?
He likes to walk home.
Oh. Now, look, Mona. There's no use of you waiting. You're just wasting your time. Faraday isn't going to let Blackie go. I told you you got here a day too late.
We interrupt for a brief news flash. Boston Blackie, held for the murder of Joseph Allison, 3rd Avenue art dealer, escaped from police headquarters less than an hour ago. Inspector Faraday, who lost the body immediately after the murder, has now lost the murderer.
Mona, you can't do this to him now. He's in a jam. You're just trying to pull a fast one. Now, look. You know he never even saw you before until the night you got on the wrong side of the gendarmes in Rio. Why, you'd have been in jail yet if he hadn't sworn that you were his wife, and this is the way you pay him back. Why, you were never married to him, and you know it.
So what? I'm not married to Faraday either. How much do you think I'm worth to him right now?
Not a cent if I decide to take it on the lam. Lay out some clothes, Ron. Just say the word, Blackie. Just say the word, and I'll throw her right out of here.
Hello, darling. It's a fine way to greet your wife after a whole year. Aren't you going to kiss me?
I'd know how to handle you if I had the time. You've got me licked because there's a corpse somewhere in this town I've got to find.
Oh, then you're not taking it on the lam.
Not while I'm accused of a murder I didn't commit. How much do you want?
$3,000 would make me very happy. I'll step out of your life forever. That won't be so easy for me to take, honey.
I wouldn't give her the sweat off a cold bottle.
Oh, don't get sorry for me, Blackie. I need the dough. A lady's got to eat. If you haven't got it, I'll hang around. You're not exactly poison to a girl like me, you know. Well, if that's the way you feel about it, you can make it $6,000.
Hello, Arthur.
Oh, Blackie? Oh, say, that was entirely my fault. Why, you wouldn't have even been there if I hadn't asked you. Look, is there anything I can do? Huh? How much? Oh, well, sure. Well, that's about as much cash as I can get together right now. Oh, of course, you can have it in an hour. Okay, Blackie. Oh, say, Blackie, you know what I did? I bought that phony statue. Yeah, they're bringing it in now for $200. Well, it was so beautiful, I can't tell it from the original. So I feel that I saved the $10,000.
Why don't you give a party and have an unveiling? This afternoon? Sure, I'll come. Maybe I'll bring Faraday with me.
Thanks, Blackie.
Now, you get ready to blow town before Faraday has a charge that'll hold water.
As long as I get the dough.
Runt, go to Manletter's. Then wait for me at the city hospital with a car. What's the matter? You sick? I've got to see a girl about a pain in the neck.
Parrish's room, please, Miss Diane Parrish.
324.
Thank you.
Oh, I'm sorry, but she's not permitted any more visitors today.
Well, I'll only be a minute.
Police orders. If you'll leave the flowers with me, I'll see that she gets them.
Thank you.
The $6 sure is pretty stuff, boss.
Yes. I could use a suit like that right now.
Well, there's nothing wrong with the one you got on. You know, I think if
Let me do the thinking, will you, Ron?
Oh, okay. Oh, I see. Oh, you mean one like that?
Yeah.
Well, then what are we waiting for? North Pole pies, fellas?
No. No! No!
Come in.
Miss Parrish,
Hello.
I'm sorry to bother you at a time like this, but there are a few questions I'd like to ask you.
Well, certainly, Inspector. This is my brother, Jimmy.
How do you do?
How are you, Jimmy? I understand you'll be leaving here tonight. I'm glad your wound wasn't serious.
Thank you.
Tell me, are you certain you've never known Boston Blackie before at any time?
Absolutely, Inspector. I wouldn't know the man if he walked right in that door. That's what puzzles me. Are you certain he was shooting at me?
Well, that isn't a mosquito bite on your neck, Miss Parrish.
Well, I know, but he might have been shooting at Mr. Allison, and I just happened to get in the way. After all, why did he hide Allison's body?
There's a rather incriminating bullet in that body.
Well, why would he want to kill Mr. Allison in the first place?
I'm not sure yet, Miss Parrish. I'll know more about that when I find Mr. Buchanan and have another look at that phony statue.
Oh, come in, Doctor.
I'm afraid I'll have to ask your friends to leave, Miss Parrish. You've had enough visitors for one day.
It's purely a flesh wound, wasn't it, Doctor?
Yes, might have been serious. Very close to the vertebrae.
What's that?
I said very close to the vertebrae.
You know, it's a funny thing. I get pains in my fingers now and then. I got hit in the neck a couple of years ago in a raid, and they stiffen up now and then.
Why don't you try boiling water and mustard 5 times a day? Don't be afraid to go heavy on the mustard.
Thanks, Doc. I'll try it. Well, I'll be running along, Miss Parrish. You can depend on me to do all I can to recover the original statue.
Oh, thank you, Inspector. Goodbye.
All right.
That's quite a wheeze you've got there, young fella.
Well, it's not a wheeze, Doctor. Well, he shouldn't be out of bed.
Well, what'd you expect when I read in the papers about your being shot by Boston Blackie?
Boston Blackie? Who's that, the shortstop on the Red Sox?
No, he's an international crook.
Oh.
He's the one who stole the original of my statue. It's the only thing of real value that Dad left us, and I was trying to sell it to get Jimmy away from here. I don't know, but the insurance company says if they won't give me the money for 60 days, they have to make an investigation or something.
She wouldn't have tried to sell that darn statue if the doctors hadn't said I had to go away.
Can't you do something, Doctor?
Well, I'll try. Here you are, kid. Now swallow this. Drink the water. Every bit of it, all of it. That's it.
Gee, that's wonderful, Doc. It works so quick, too.
Sometimes doctors are just lucky.
You'd better be going now, Jimmy.
Okay, sis. Goodbye, Doc. Take good care, sis.
You bet.
Bye.
So long.
Goodbye, Jimmy.
That's a nice kid.
You have a nice way of inspiring confidence in people.
Thanks.
The way you handled Jimmy just now, I thought for a moment that...
Hey, that's a little fast. Too many visitors today.
Just the inspector and Jimmy.
And who else?
You're not a doctor. Who are you?
Boston Blackie.
Boston Blackie, what are you doing here?
Just came to pay my respects. This was the only way I could make an entrance.
Aren't your heroics just a little cheap, Mr. Blackie? The Boston Blackie I heard about was supposed to be a clever thief. Took rich women's pearls and passed them out bread lines. There was something gallant and adventuresome about that man, but not about you. I think it's a pretty cheap trick to take fresh air away from a kid who probably won't have very long to live without it.
I seem to be nice people. Go on, call all the nurses in the building. Perhaps Faraday's outside in the corridor.
Here are some flowers for you, Miss Parrish.
Put them down, nurse.
I'll put them in water as soon as I finish my rounds.
Thanks. I didn't fire that shot at you, Miss Parrish, but I know who did. And before you start to scream, if you'll give me 10 minutes head start, maybe I'll find it. Means a lot to me, too, you know. I had to make a guess, the kind you liked.
There he is.
Well, that's Boston Blackie, huh?
Yep.
Everything okay? Yeah, but hurry up.
And he's the only one that saw you fire at the girl. Now, you're sure?
Positive.
He can make trouble. We'll have to get him.
Him and the statue. If they don't find the body, they don't find my bullet. If you weren't so hungry, for $200, we wouldn't have to go to all this trouble to get that statue back.
What do you need the combination for? We can blast the vault.
Sure. We dynamite the vault and everything else goes, too. We get that statue back and we're sitting pretty.
You mean we get Blackie first, then we're sitting pretty.
Okay, buddy, you can come out now. I said you can come out now. It's a funny thing. He was making an awful racket a minute ago.
Sorry, buddy. This'll warm you up.
You're on the lam, Blackie. You can't go to Manletter's party.
What's the matter? Afraid the big bad Faraday will get me?
Well, come to think of it, boss, you know...
Thinking again?
Yeah. Well, you'd be safer in the same room with the inspector.
Thanks.
Hey, Blackie. Hey, boss. Are you all right?
Yeah, I'm all right. So we gotta get out of here and do some fast walking. Watch this car for me, will you, buddy?
Must have been one of them Sunday drivers. But it couldn't have been a Sunday driver. This isn't Sunday. Or is it?
You haven't lost the letters, have you?
Letters?
Yeah.
Look, we didn't have any vegetables. Are you all right? Oh, you mean the money? Oh, no, I got it right here. And to think we almost got killed saving for that broad-headed Mona.
We're not saving it for Mona.
No?
You're taking it over to Miss Parrish at the city hospital and make her accept it.
Well, what about Mona? She ain't gonna like it.
I don't care whether she likes it or not. Now, do as I say. Tell her you're from the insurance company and you've come to make a settlement.
I don't get you, boss. But I get you.
Got to stay by the door. I can do this alone. Sure. Take the phone off the hook.
Albert?
Too late. Somebody's coming.
Albert? Albert, why don't you get the phone? Albert? Oh, he's gone for the vermouth. Wait a minute. Hello, hello. Oh, hello, George. I've been trying to get you all afternoon. Look, I want you to come to the little cocktail party. No, right now. Huh? I don't care how many you bring. You know me, I never know half my guests. Hey, listen, bring that little blonde. Okay. Okay, George, I'll leave it to you. A little big for this room, I think. Albert. Oh. Albert. Albert, I'm always going for the vermouth. Albert. Oh.
There's a man here from the insurance company, Miss Parrish.
Oh, show him in.
All right. Step right in, sir.
Oh, Mr. Bigsby, I've been expecting you.
Oh, well, I came to make a...
Won't you sit down, Mr. Bigsby?
Who? Oh, me. Oh, no, thank you, Miss Parrish. I've got an awful lot of things to do today, and I...
Well, getting right down to brass tacks, Mr. Bigsby, if I have to wait 60 days for the money, it's useless to me. You're aware of the circumstances, aren't you?
Oh, sure. Well, that's why I came to make the settlement right away. And I recommend that you take $6,000 in cash immediately.
$6,000?
Well, now, maybe you want more, but this is all I've got. Now, either take it or leave it.
Oh, I'd have been satisfied with much less.
You would have?
How can I ever thank you, Mr. Bigsby?
Well, don't thank me. Thank boss...
Who?
Oh, my boss. You see, Miss Parrish, he arranged all this. Well, here it is, and good day, Miss Parrish.
Hello, Santa Claus. Got something for me?
I need a drink.
Oh, I'll get you something. What do you want, soda pop or cold water?
I said I need a drink.
When did you get off the wagon? Nothing went wrong, did it?
No, nothing went wrong.
You got the money, didn't you?
Oh, sure.
You didn't lose it.
Say, what is this, a quiz kid program or something?
Look, Runt, something's awful funny here. You were supposed to bring that money up here to me.
Look, I was supposed to nothing. I only got one guy to answer to, and that's Blackie. And if you don't like it, Miss Parrish...
Miss Parrish?
I mean...
Miss Parrish? So you've been talking to that twist in the hospital, huh?
Who says I was? Anyway, I don't see. I've got to...
bet you don't see, you clumsy lug. And if you and Blackie are trying to hand me the hot end of a poker, you're going to be so darn sorry.
Listen, Blackie never double-crossed anybody. I need another drink.
Blackie didn't go soft and give my dough to that broken-down Miss Parrish, or did he?
Well, he went soft for you once or twice when he shouldn't have, and...
Oh, that's where my money went. Didn't it? Why don't you answer me?
Now, take it easy, Mona.
Listen, there isn't a man living who can get away with this. You know that, don't you? That tin-horn crook boss of yours, he'll be Black Friday of his career. I may not get his money. I'll throw him and that high school girl graduate of his into the clink for every month on the calendar. Wholesale.
Now, wait a minute, Mona. You're going to break something. Now, cut it out, Mona.
And I'm the gal who can do it.
You sure are.
Oh, pardon me, Doctor. I just stepped out of Miss Parrish's room and I've forgotten which one it is.
Parrish? 324.
Thank you, Doctor. You're Miss Parrish, aren't you?
Well, yes, I'm Diane Parrish.
You're just about as pretty as I thought you'd be.
Well, coming from an unexpected stranger, that's quite a compliment.
I'm not altogether a stranger, and if you knew the background of this little comedy, I wouldn't be altogether unexpected.
Why, you're upset. Won't you sit down?
Upset isn't the word, sister, and I'm not here on a social visit. Now that I've had a close-up of that baby face and those Cupid bow lips of yours, I begin to understand why that fathead double-crossed me and left me out in the rain. But that's not the way it's going to be.
Wait a minute. If you'll quiet down, maybe we can get to the bottom of this and I can help you.
There's only one way you can help me, Miss Goldilocks. I came for the money Boston Blackie gave you.
What money?
Don't give me that shy and innocent routine. I mean the $6,000.
Boston Blackie didn't give me any money.
I don't care who gave you the money. That dough was meant for me. Just got sidetracked, that's all, and I'm here to put it back on the main line. Now, where is it? You ring for that nurse and you'll be in more trouble than you bargained for.
Miss Parrish, what happened?
Oh, my friend's fainted. Hospital odor's always effective this way. Can you do something for her?
Yes, of course. I think a little fresh air will do her good. Now.
Oh, just a minute. She has the wrong bag.
I'm sure you'll feel all right in a minute.
I feel all right now. Where's the nearest phone?
There's a payphone out in the hall.
Mr. Manletter's residence? Who? Inspector Faraday? Who shall I say is calling?
Never mind who's calling. Just tell him it's a lady who'd like to sing to him. Yeah, sing. Get it?
Sing? I don't quite... Very well.
But since that time, I've become rather attached to it.
Well, quite a gathering. You seem to be a very popular man, Mr. Manletter.
Oh, it's not me. It's my cocktail.
I suppose you'll be lit up yourself a little later.
Oh, that's very funny. Are you here? Oh, Inspector, will you please take those? They're yours, you know.
Oh, yes.
And what'd you do to your hand?
Oh, a little mustard burn.
Oh. Telephone for you, Inspector.
Know who it is?
A lady. She wouldn't identify herself. Some sort of a vocalist, I think. Wants to sing for you.
Well, couldn't that... Oh, Albert, why did you have to do that? I'm trying to get these off.
It's magnificent, isn't it?
Huh?
The statue, magnificent.
Oh, yes, fairly magnificent.
The Roman sculptors, they understood the human body.
Oh, well, I'm glad you like it. My name's Manletter. I'm the host.
How do you do?
How do you do?
Like it? Goes far beyond that. You know, Mr. Manletter, I could enter a pitch-black room and sense immediately if a work of such rare art were in it.
You could do that. I couldn't do that. Well, have you had a drink?
Who is this? I see. Well, maybe you'll tell me how you knew where to find me.
I called headquarters and they connected me. Now listen, Inspector, it's about that baby-faced dame with a bullet wound in her neck. Maybe she's not as innocent as you think. Boston Blackie gave her $6,000 less than an hour ago in cash. I'd like to know why, and I thought maybe you would too. You can check it yourself.
Hello. Hello. Go over to City Hospital and see that no one goes in or out of Miss Parrish's room, not even a nurse or a doctor.
Okay, Inspector.
And wait till I get there.
You amaze me when you say this isn't the original, but my offer still goes. $500.
Well, I don't think I'd care to sell it, Mr. Graveau. You know, there's something about the statue that seems almost alive to me.
I assure you it's quite dead, Mr. Manletter.
Well,
I believe I'd take very good care of this if I were you. I think it's going to be Exhibit A for the state.
Oh, really?
Damaged a little here. Have you noticed it?
Well, I haven't had time. If you'd get these off for me, Inspector, I've been... Well. Oh, not now, please. I'll be right back. Just a moment, please.
I'll stand guard.
Yeah, all right. Blackie, you got to get out of here.
Arthur, what in the world is it?
Oh, when you pushed me into him, and then I was experimenting.
I'll get you out. Hold
you
still.
can't. I tried for hours, and you can't get them off.
There you are. Here.
I never want to see that again as long as I live. Blackie, will you please get out of here? Faraday's here.
Well, that's not front-page news. He's here to take another look at the statue, same as I am.
Everybody seems to be here for that reason. One guy tried to buy it from me.
Who tried to buy it?
Oh, I don't know. Somebody who came with somebody else. Graveau. Blackie, will you please get out of here?
How much did he offer you for it?
Well, he said he'd give me $300 profit. What difference does that make?
How did he know how much you paid for it?
I don't know. I just told him I wouldn't sell it.
But he's one of those guys that won't take no for an answer, is that it?
Yeah. Blackie, will you go out the back door, please? Faraday's coming in here any minute.
I've got a hunch. Sell the statue, but don't ask any questions. Tell him he's got to take it away today. Make some excuse. You don't want to grow too attached to it or something, you see?
Okay.
Then we'll follow him in the car. I'll wait downstairs.
Yeah, but wait, I got the trailer attached to the car.
Good, that's where I'll be.
Don't go yet, Blackie. Things are just getting started here.
Well, Inspector Faraday, put away that Roman candle, will you? What did you do to your hand?
A little accident.
Why don't you try some mustard and hot water?
Mustard and hot... Oh, you're very considerate of me, Dr. Blackie. What does your friend Manletter think of you being here?
Well, haven't you heard I was a caviar fiend, Inspector? Oh, yes, for years and years. You know, I'd even commit murder for a caviar canopy. It's a curse.
I'm going to make a confession, too. I'm a Boston Blackie fiend.
Really?
Tried everything. Can't get over it. Blackie, your little holiday's over. You're going down with me.
That's okay with me, Inspector.
Wait.
You're going down alone.
Get...
Here.
What do you want?
Well, I'm going to have to change the linen in here if you don't mind.
I'm sorry, they'll have to wait.
You're interfering with hospital regulations. You know these beds
You,
have to
my
be...
dear lady, you're interfering with the police. This will only take a minute.
Okay.
Now, you admit you received the money.
Yes, I received $6,000 this afternoon. Thought by this time it was public knowledge.
But you still insist it was an adjustment from an insurance company.
Yes, Inspector, I do.
Very well.
Matthews.
I repeat, Inspector, that you have no right to detain me. I'm the insurance adjuster. I've been waiting 2 hours to see Miss Parrish.
And you haven't seen it.
No, your man here has held me a virtual prisoner.
And you didn't pay this woman $6,000?
Certainly not. That's impossible.
That'll do. Thank you. Now, Miss Parrish, what have you to say to that?
I have nothing to say.
I'm going to have to hold you as a material witness.
And I'm under arrest, Inspector.
Yes. Boston Blackie got away from me twice today. If I hold you, perhaps this great Lochinvar will come to your rescue. But this time, he won't get away. So if you'll finish dressing, Miss Parrish.
Is that all right with you if I come in now? I only work here, you know.
Go right ahead.
Thanks.
Looking for a fire escape, Inspector?
It's a little precaution I learned from the movies.
If you'd have held on to Boston Blackie like you've been holding on to me, we insurance men in this town could get a little more sleep. Good day.
I beg your pardon.
Miss Taylor wants you in surgery right away.
Okay.
Miss Parrish? Miss Parrish? All right, go ahead, laugh. That's enough.
Are you sure this is the place?
I could find a blindfolded lady. Everybody knows where Arthur Manletter lives. Oh, thank you. Surprised?
Not very much. As a matter of fact, I came looking for you.
Oh, then I'm surprised.
Look, Blackie, I know all about that money you sent me in the hospital, and you must take it back. You're in enough trouble on account of me.
Oh, no, that's for Jimmy.
Blackie, I just can't take it.
It wouldn't be safe with me anyway. Look, you better go to my apartment. Wait for me. Faraday will never find you there. Here's the key. It's Vincent Apartments, 3B. Better get going, honey. I have a lot of work to do.
Right.
Oh, I'm sorry. Hello. Do you feel all right?
Yes, thank you.
Yeah. Well, they bought the statue, but it'll take him about an hour to get out of the house.
Handling it with care, huh?
Is he? He's treating it as tenderly as a pallbearer at his best friend's funeral.
Take a look. They're in more of a hurry than you thought. Get at the wheel, follow them.
Okay. Well, what are we going to do?
Never mind, just follow them.
truck's pulled around the corner. I'll stay here. They can't see us.
Stick where you are, Arthur. I'm going to see what's up.
Careful now. Watch it. That's good.
I'm going in, Arthur.
Oh.
Now, keep your eyes open. If I'm not out in 20 minutes, call Faraday.
If you're not out in 20 minutes, call Faraday.
Right.
All right. Be careful. He's not out in 20 minutes.
Oh, Mr. Buchanan.
Yeah, good evening, Miss Parrish. Sit down. Our host should be here soon. And pardon. Hello?
Oh, gee, boss, I'm glad I found you home. I was really worried. Oh, I went up to that man at his place, and the butler told me he sold a statue or something. He said that you were putting it on a truck. He didn't know exactly. Well, what I wanted to tell you, I gave Miss Parrish the $6,000, and she believed every word I said about the insurance.
Uh-huh. Well, don't rush home, Blackie. Stop and get your shoes shined. Yes, she's here. Sure, Blackie. I'll bring her along then. Right away.
Shoe shine. Blackie. I'm not Blackie. Hey, he called me Blackie.
Blackie wants us to meet him downtown. We'd better get started.
But he told me to wait here for him.
Well, he must have changed his plans. My car is downstairs. Get in, Miss Parrish.
Miss Parrish! Oh, Miss Parrish!
Where are you taking me?
The less you say, Miss Parrish, the better for you.
Let me out of this car.
Stop it, you fool.
Hurry, buddy.
You can't stop me now, officer. I've got to keep going.
A wise guy, huh? Let me see your driver's license.
Well, I was changing my clothes this morning.
And no ownership slip either.
Well, that's because
you're going to the station with me.
Well, you can't
and
do that.
And don't try anything funny.
Yeah, but I'm chasing a woman.
A woman, huh? Someday you'll thank me for this. Now get going.
If you're looking for a streetcar, there hasn't been one on this block for 6 months.
You haven't seen that long, Captain.
I'm a buck private on the force. I've been one for 20 years.
Oh, I don't appreciate you.
Flattery will get you nothing. You loft robbers, always thinking of new ideas. Using a trailer instead of a truck. Well, you're not fooling Officer McCarthy.
Oh, but I'm not an loft robber.
Are you coming along quietly, or do I have to make a little suggestion?
Now, officer, I can't come. And furthermore, I can identify myself.
No, that smart guy. If you have anything to say, you can tell it to the sergeant. Come on.
You've got a little Gestapo in you.
Come on with you. Get along.
Yes, sir.
Come on, get along.
I didn't see the red light. You see, I'm colorblind at night.
Yeah?
Well, maybe it's because I haven't been eating the right vitamins or something.
You can't see red, eh?
No, red.
How about green?
Oh, green. Oh, I'm fine on green. I can...
Well, dig in and peel off 25 greenbacks as bail. Your case will come up tomorrow morning in Department 3, Justice Court.
$25?
Yeah.
Oh, Sergeant, you can't do this to me. I've got to...
The law says we can.
I
And
know,
if you get tough, we're going to do a little more.
Oh. Come on. Oh, Mr. Manletter, what a pal.
Get over there.
Oh, how did you know I was here?
I had no idea.
Oh, Mr. Manletter, you got to do me a favor. I got to pay $25. Would you give me 20?
Oh, take your hands up. Oh, I just picked this guy up. He was casing a loft job over on Vesey Street.
Oh. What are you talking about? This is a friend of mine.
Oh, so you two were palsy-welsies, eh?
Look, officer, you got to do me... Please, look, you take the $25 out of his pocket. I've got to deposit bail. You don't care, do you, Mr.
No,
Manletter?
I don't care.
I'll do that.
A friend of yours?
Oh, yes, he's 100%.
Oh, I see. Well, then this 25 will clear you on the traffic violation. But we're holding you on another charge. Consorting with a suspicious character.
Consorting?
Yeah.
Well, how much is that going to cost?
Well, we're not going to charge you for that. We're just going to insist on your staying here for a little while, that's all.
Oh, Sergeant, you can't do this to me.
I got to see Mr. Manletter.
8 by 5.
It's very important. If you see Inspector Faraday...
Get me Faraday.
Operator. Operator.
Get anybody on that, you're a better man than I am.
All right. We'll just sit down and wait. My friend Faraday ought to be along any minute. Go on, get over there and sit down.
Nice work, boy.
What'll we do with him, Inspector?
Apologize and then release him.
What?
Just tell him you're sorry you detained him and turn him loose, one at a time, and we'll take care of the rest of it.
Okay. The inspector says you can let those 2 mugs go, but one at a time.
Sorry, gentlemen, we made a mistake. When the police department makes an error, you must realize it's always in the interest of justice.
Faraday doesn't want to see us. I suppose we can go now.
That's right. Run along now, buddy.
Come on, Mr. Manletter.
Oh, I want to speak to Mr. Manletter.
Will you wait outside for me, please?
Okay.
No, I wouldn't wait. It's going to take quite a while.
I can't stay very long. I've got to...
Well, there's his car. He must have done some awful fast walking.
Never mind, we won't lose Manletter. Look here, man. Later, a man with a penthouse like yours isn't down in this part of town for the view.
No, the view isn't very good.
Boston Blackie's somewhere in this neighborhood, and you're doing a very bad job of shielding him.
I'm not trying to shield him, Inspector. Blackie went into that warehouse following a man he thinks killed Allison. And he said if he wasn't...
What are we waiting for?
Well, I don't know.
You've got more signals here than a World Series pitcher. Go on, let my friends in. Go on, throw the switch.
Come on.
You certainly took your time getting here, Faraday. Watch it, Joe. Blackie's got me covered.
Drop that gun, Blackie, or I won't miss her this time.
I've got a pretty good target down here myself, Buchanan. It'd be a pleasure, you know.
All right. You asked for it. She can hit.
Watch out, Faraday. The killer's somewhere on the stairs. Faraday. There's something you've been looking for, Inspector.
Allison's body, huh?
Yes. After you've examined the bullet that's in it, you'll find it doesn't fit my gun. But you will find it fits very neatly into Buchanan's gun, the man that did kill Allison.
And you brought the statue all the way down here just to prove that to me? All right, Blackie, go ahead. Tell me why.
There's why Buchanan and his partner brought the statue back from Arthur. It must be the combination of that vault. What do you bet the real statue's inside? You'll pardon me a minute. I know what you're thinking.
You could open that without that book.
That's quite a memory, Faraday. There it is, Inspector. It's worth $50,000. That's why Buchanan tried to silence Miss Parrish and accidentally killed his own partner instead.
Hey, look.
Nice going. You wrecked the switch. Well, we might as well all be friends, because now there's no way out of this dungeon.
What about the elevator?
See if you can lift it up to street level without electricity. It's only 3 stories.
Come on, Faraday.
That's why you're not on the pistol team.
No use. That's right, Inspector. Never lose your sense of humor.
I can't help laughing. It's funny. Boston Blackie, confidence man and jewel robber working with the police.
Correction, Inspector. Ex-confidence man and ex-jewel thief.
Well, if we don't get out of here pretty soon, it'll be ex-inspector.
Yeah.
Isn't there any exit at all?
Miss Parrish, this place was built for a secret workshop, not for a Grand Central Station.
Well, surely someone must know we're here.
Oh, yeah. As a matter of fact, there are 2 other men that know, but to tell the truth, I think they've lost all interest. Well, you gentlemen look worried. $1 million worth of brains on a dead-end street.
Stop yapping. You're scared.
Sure, I'm scared. We're 40 feet down. Those walls are up against solid rock. We could dig our fingers to the bone and we'd never get out. See that ceiling up there? That's covered with soundproof matting. Nobody will ever hear us. Sure, I'm scared. But that makes us all just about even, doesn't it?
Where do these pipes lead to?
Those are ventilators. You think we can all get inside, Blackie, and crawl up?
Gotta take a chance, Faraday. Get me a table.
Where do you want it?
By the ventilator. I hope this works.
This is apt to be dangerous, isn't it?
No more dangerous than the spot we're in. Better stand back here.
If you're thinking of setting the building on fire, you're wasting your time. The outlets to those ventilators are fireproof.
Better stand back, Faraday.
Blackie, look at the ceiling.
Turn off the jet. That won't stop the fire on the ceiling. Our only chance is that someone on the street sees the flames coming out of the ventilator. Jimmy isn't the only one who could use a little fresh air, huh?
I won't forget what you did no matter what happens.
Nothing's going to happen. Why don't you sit down here? The air's a little better. I'm sorry I got you into this, Arthur.
It's the only real adventure I ever had in my life.
It's his own fault. He shouldn't have had anything to do with crooks.
That kind of goes for us, too, doesn't it, Matthews? You've got something to say, just don't say it. Light one of those cigars of yours.
What, in here?
Hey! That's a fire! That's a... Help! Fire! Hey! Here comes some fresh air, honey. You forgot something. Oh, thanks. I didn't mean that. Here, you take this. I think old Augustus is going to need a sandblasting.
Thanks, Blackie, for saving an old copper's life.
Old is right, Faraday. You know, you're too old to play around with a kid like me.
Oh, is that so? Well, I'll be right on your trail. A kid like you needs watching.